Viking here with Nagel's Gun Shop in San Antonio, Texas, and today we're going to be taking a look at the CZ Bren 2. This is a pretty new release from the Czech Republic, from CZ. This is their full-size, 5.56 type gun. This is a pistol configuration. This particular one has an 11-inch barrel on it. This has also got the SBA 4 brace installed on it, which is pretty cool configuration overall. This particular gun has a polymer carbon fiber reinforced what we consider a lower receiver if this was an AR, although I do not believe this is the serialized part on this gun. I have to double check that. It comes with an aluminum upper, which is kind of similar to a lot of the newer style guns are doing that. The Scars are like that, a lot of others. It's a very good way to make a very robust gun, since all the major stresses are in the upper, making this the aluminum part, and using a polymer for the lower part, which is a low stress part, allows you to save a lot of weight and make a really beefy upper. We also have a kind of stock portion if this was a rifle. In this case, it's just got the receiver extension that can be used for a brace on the back. On the front, it's got a replaceable handguard portion. It's kind of hard to see, but there's this little dividing line here. And this whole piece that has these M-lock sections for your accessories can be replaced with longer extended handguards. If you were to get a different barrel and want to change the length, or if you just want something that covers most of the barrel, you can get that. On the top, we got a full-length Picatinny rail for all sorts of optics options, night vision, anything you want to put up top, you got plenty of real estate for. It's not a short little segment like on an AR. It runs all the way from the back of the receiver all the way forward. It comes with these iron sights. These are flip-up, back-up iron sights. These are made of aluminum. They're very similar to the Troy back-up iron sights, but a little beefier in their construction. I really do like these. I almost wish I could buy those on their own. I'm not sure if they sell them or not. We have a charging handle here. This is a non-reciprocating charging handle, but it does allow you to push forward on the bolt carrier as a forward assist. So that's a pretty cool feature. It sticks out pretty well, so you can get a good grip on it, but it's not super pointy like some brands have made their charging handles. It won't dig into your side or into your back if you're carrying this gun too much, not like some of them. Some of them are literally pointy and would be very painful. There's kind of a trade-off. You have to have it stick out some to be able to use it, but if it's too pointy and sharp on the end, it will be uncomfortable. So this is kind of a compromise in between. You got sling mounts on this gun. You got one on the front for like an HK hook or a mash hook, one on the back which could be used with some kind of hook or cable, but also is big enough for a lot of slings to just directly route through that. The SB brace also comes with its own QD mounts for slings if you want to use those, and there's a QD mount on the side of the receiver if you want to use those. They put a lot of thought into making it so that the gun doesn't limit what you can configure for slings on this. You got plenty of options. This is a gas piston driven gun. It is a short tap piston, I believe. It's got an adjustable gas block with a bunch of settings, and it's adjustable without tools. You'll see there's a little lever right here you can push, and when you push that, it will allow you to rotate the piston adjustment up front. We're not going to change it off its default setting because that is the one it's set from factory for the ammo we're typically going to use. But you can adjust it. It can go both up and down, and you can fine-tune it for specialty ammo or any sort of other reasons you might have to change it. This gun is in 5.56. There has been no official word that there might be a 300 Blackout version of this, but I will say it's interesting if you look at the magazine that comes with it. It is marked both 5.56 and 300 AAC Blackout, so something to stay tuned for the future. I don't know for sure, but that does seem to make me think there might be one eventually. This gun does have pretty good controls on it. It has a safety very much like an AR, but it is a short throw safety. It's not the big, long 90-degree throw that ARs typically have. So it's a much shorter throw. It's got a nice big trigger. The trigger is a two-stage. The first stage is very light, and the second stage is still pretty light and fairly crisp. There are going to be enhanced triggers coming out. There's a flat-faced one that a company offers that is probably going to be a little nicer for some users, but I actually do like this trigger. It's far better out of the box than most AR triggers are out of the box. Most of the USGI ones, I mean. It's two-stage and a fair bit lighter. We also have a couple other nice controls. We have the bolt catch up here, which bottom is catch, top is release, and that actually also interacts with this control inside the trigger guard. So you can lock the bolt back without having to take your hands off the gun. You can push up on that while cycling with your weak hand the charging handle, and you can lock the bolt, or you can push down on this bottom piece and release the bolt, all within the trigger guard. Some people like that, some people don't. I will say it makes fixing some malfunctions much easier. Also, the magazine catch. I mean, obviously you got the release on the right side like on a normal AR, but thinking ahead here like they do, you also have the left-handed release that's on the left side. It's ambidextrous. So you can release the magazine as a right-handed or left-handed shooter without taking your hands off the gun. We also have a replaceable grip module here. This is a back strap for making the grip either thicker or thinner, and it can be replaced. That's pretty cool. You don't usually see that on a lot of these next-generation guns. A lot of them just have a injection molded grip that you're stuck with. This one gives you the option of, if you want a larger grip or a smaller one, you can change it around. The materials that this lower is made out of are pretty sophisticated. It is extremely light. If you take this off the gun and just hold it by itself, it weighs almost nothing. It does appear that this is kind of an insert in the magazine well area. I believe, though I don't know for sure, that this could be removed to change out for like a 7.62x39 mag or something, which CZ does make for this platform. But that is an interesting thing. I don't think that's the same piece as the rest of this lower. So all in all, it's a lot of cool stuff we got going on this gun. It does come with a cleaning kit. That's something I really wish more manufacturers would include as a little kit of the stuff you're going to need when using the firearm. Few manufacturers do that anymore, and they give it to you in this nice little MOLLE pouch that you can definitely use. And it comes with quite a few things. It comes with the most important piece of cleaning equipment you will have, and that is a chamber brush. Chambers have to be clean for guns to work. Doesn't matter what gun it is. And in my experience, almost all dirt-induced malfunctions on these large platform guns come from dirty chambers. If you don't have a cleaning brush, you should probably pick one up, because you never know when you're going to need it, and when you need it, this is the only thing that will fix that. You need this. It comes with your regular bore brush as well, which is, a good thing to have, but, not the end of the world if you kind of slack in that area a little bit. Comes with a pretty useful multi-purpose tool. You could use that for probably knitting, but more importantly, you can remove a lot of the panels on here for the M-lock and all of that. It's a useful multi-purpose tool. Comes with a jag as well, which is a very useful piece of kit. It comes with a bottle of oil, fresh from the Czech Republic. I'm not really sure what this stuff is. It comes with a name I've never heard of, but it's probably good stuff if they're using it. And it's actually leaked out a little bit. We handled it a little too roughly, but Interflon Lube TF, whatever that stuff is, I don't know exactly. And we also have a couple other handy little tools. We got a disassembly tool of some kind, possibly also a cleaning tool. I haven't looked into how this is used exactly, but I'm sure it's very helpful. There are similar tools like this for the AR, but very few people buy them, and they definitely don't come with the gun. I'm glad this one comes with this firearm. It's cool. We also have, typical some rods. We got a flexible rod for dragging the jag through the board more easily. We got a brush, basically everything you're going to need. We got a sight adjustment tool even. This is a metal sight adjustment tool. You do not see that very often on guns out of the box anymore. They really went the extra mile to make sure you're set up with everything you need to use this firearm, and I do admire that. There's not a lot of companies that spend that extra couple of a little bit of money, a couple of dollars, to give you the equipment you actually need to use the gun. So I really do like that. And we're trying to keep this guy in stock. There aren't a whole lot of these available on the market just yet. We're one of the first dealers to get them as far as I'm aware, and we're going to try to keep them on hand. Come down and take a look at one if you're interested. They make several configurations on this gun, different calibers, different barrel lengths, rifle, pistol, all of that stuff. And we'd be glad to show you one if you want to come down to our shop. We're at 6201 San Pedro Avenue in San Antonio, Texas, and you can reach us on the phone at 210-342-5420. Be glad to see you and put this in your hands.